Hi, thanks for visiting XtremeGuard.com. Today I have an exciting device. This is the Asus Transformer Pad Infinity TF700T. Now this device is going to be a really popular device on the market. It's supposed to compete with the new Apple iPad, and this is supposed to be an upgrade from the well-known Asus Transformer Prime. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a product overview, a little bit of a review, and then I'll compare it to the Transformer Prime just a little bit. And at the end of the video, I'll show you the screen protector and the full body protector that we've placed on the device. Now let's get some stats out of the way. This tablet is big. It's got a 10.1 inch LED backlit display, which is very big. It's a little bit wider than the iPad. And then as far as the height goes, it's actually a little bit shorter than the iPad. So the iPad's going to be a little bit more of a square design, and this is more of a widescreen setup. So you've got that to look forward to. The dimensions exactly are 10.35 inches by 7.12 inches tall, and then it's a 0.33 inches thick. When comparing that to the Transformer Prime, the Transformer Prime is actually 0.32 inches thick. So there's a 100th of an inch difference there, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. It comes in at a light 21.09 ounces, which is very impressive for a tablet of this size. Now, one of the most impressive features of this tablet is going to be the screen resolution. You've got a 1920 by 1200 HD resolution, and that's a 16 by 10 aspect ratio. And real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the gallery here. I want to show you a couple of the photos that are on the gallery, and you can see the incredible display that is on this device. So looking at some of these images, they look absolutely amazing. I wish you could see the device in person because these images are very stunning. So this is definitely something to look forward to. Comparing this to the Transformer Prime, the Prime had a 1280 by 800 display. So this one's 1920 by 1200. So there is a noticeable difference. The major part where you're going to see a difference on this tablet is when you're reading text. So if you're in a web browser, or if you've got Polaris Office open, or some of the other applications where you're reading text, you're going to see crisper, clearer text. But as far as images go, to be honest, some of the images you might be able to tell a difference if you really hold the screen close to your face. But otherwise, the biggest advantage is going to be when you're reading text. So if you do a lot of reading on different applications, then this is going to be a real advantage and a real positive note. Now this particular tablet comes in a 32 gig or a 64 gig version. The 32 gig starts at around $500, and then the 64 is around $600. So you've got a $100 difference, but both devices, 32 or 64 gig, are going to come with 8 gigs of lifetime Asus web storage. So this is a really big selling point, I think. You're going to have 8 gigs of storage online, which you can use anytime. Let me pull this open, and I want to show you one feature about this web storage that's pretty nice. If I go to this application called App Backup, what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to back up my apps either onto the web storage or just back up the data that's found within those apps so I can reinstall them later. So basically what you do is you select the apps that you'd like to save and to back up, and you can tell it to just save the data only or the data and the application. And then you can even tell it to save a copy of it on your SD card. So you're going to get dual backup if you go ahead and use this option. So if you need to reset or reboot your tablet from factory settings, you'll be able to get those applications back onto your device, to your device, with all of your data that was native to those apps. So that is a really cool feature that's been integrated into this tablet. Now moving on to the processor, this particular tablet is powered by the fastest NVIDIA Tegra 3 processor. It's a 4+1 chip. You can get it in either the quad core or the dual core. The quad core comes clocked at 1.6 gigahertz, so this is screaming fast. It's going to load your applications really quickly. I personally am very impressed with this processor and with how fast applications load. And the power that these tablets are putting out is becoming kind of astonishing. This device has Android 4.0, that's Ice Cream Sandwich installed, but to do a quick comparison against the Transformer Prime. Now the Prime came with it was clocked at 1.3 gigahertz or 1.4 gigahertz, and this particular tablet comes clocked at 1.6 gigahertz. So you're gonna get a significant increase in processing power, which is great. Moving on, you can connect to the internet via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. You get the Asus Sonic Master technology for better sound. One major difference between this and the Prime is going to be better cameras. So on the front, the Prime had a 1.2 megapixel camera up here at the top. This particular tablet has a 2 megapixel camera. On the back, the rear-facing camera is an 8 megapixel camera, so you can look forward to some pretty good pictures from a tablet. So moving on to the battery life, this particular tablet actually scored a little bit lower than the Transformer Prime. So the battery doesn't last quite as long, but you're still going to get 9.5 hours on this lithium polymer battery. If you plug it into the keyboard dock, like you see that I have it plugged in here, that your battery life can be extended up to 14 hours, which is incredible. Now, one thing that's nice to note as well is that if you have it plugged into a dock like I have it now, the tablet's going to deplete the dock's battery first. So if you're using it for a couple hours with the dock, you unplug it from the dock and your tablet should still be 100% charged. So that's really nice, a nice feature that it's gonna deplete the dock's battery first, and then it's gonna use the battery internally on the tablet. So that's a really nice feature. What I wanna do is I wanna open up one of these applications here, and I want to show you how this looks with the keyboard and with using your finger. So this is an app that comes on the tablet. It's called Supernote, and you can see that you can either draw, you can start typing, or you can kind of do. You see the squiggles are being transformed into smaller lines. So if I were to actually draw letters, it's going to put those letters up here in the text line. I don't know if you can see that super well, but then you can see that as I move to the keyboard, I can start typing, and this is going to be really great for people who take a lot of notes. So using this as a learning tablet or a tablet for school is going to be a great option. This tablet has a really nice feature of being able to plug into the dock and basically run like a mini desktop. And I wanted to show you that on this keyboard, let me show you some of the ports that are on here. You've got the USB port here, and with this USB port you can plug in a USB stick, a keyboard, mouse. You can also plug in things like an Xbox controller or controllers that have USB plugs, and you can play games with those. So that's a really cool feature here on the dock itself. And then you've got a full-size SD card reader. You also have a micro SD card reader on the tablet itself, but here you've got the full-size SD card reader. And then moving around to the other side, you have the proprietary charging port. That's the same port that is found on the tablet itself. So that is looking really good. I like this keyboard, and the Transformer Prime will plug into this keyboard and will work. There's a couple differences between the layout of the Prime and this tablet, but you'll get used to those differences really fast. One difference being the volume rocker, which you now find here up in the corner, used to be located, I believe it was down here on the left. It might have been up here on the left, but you'll get used to that really quickly. The on-off button is a little bit larger, I guess. What they say is that it gives you a better depression. You can feel it click a little bit more than when you use the Transformer Prime. So that's going to be a nice addition. Those two things are going to be easy to get used to if you're moving from the Transformer Prime to this particular tablet. So overall, this is a really great tablet. I love the display. Watching 1080p is going to be no problem. It's fast. It's got a very good processor within it. And it's got the expandable storage, which is very nice. You get the online storage, and then you can also plug it into a keyboard dock. So this tablet is getting a full 2 thumbs up, I guess, from me. And then I wanted to show you the screen protector that we've put on this tablet, and you can see here at the top that there's a camera hole, and we've gone ahead and we've done a cutout around that camera, and I'll put a still image in here for you. And then the corners are perfectly cut around. One thing to note is if you're using a dock like this, as you plug the tablet into the dock is going to pinch onto this screen protector a little bit. So if you're using the dock for extended periods of time and then you're removing it, you're gonna see a line across your tablet where that dock's been pinching your screen protector. So that's just something to keep in mind. On the back side, the screen protector has been cut out to allow that dock to pinch the tablet less. So you can see the cutout for this dock, and I'll go ahead and get some stills in the video for that as well. You can see that this is a two-part or a two-piece screen protector. There's the piece that goes onto the aluminum body, and then up here at the top, here's the difference between the Transformer Prime and this tablet, is that the Transformer Prime had a unibody aluminum, and they found that the GPS signal was being interfered with from the aluminum case, and so this upper section is actually a plastic piece, and that allows the GPS signal to go in and out a little bit easier. So you do have a two-piece screen protector, one for the aluminum piece and one for the plastic piece. That screen protector goes around the camera. I'll get a still of that in there for you. And then it also goes around the volume rocker and the on-off button, and I'll throw some stills in of that as well. So overall, this tablet is a really great tablet. It's a great upgrade from the Transformer Prime, which everyone loved, and it's going to be very competitive when it comes to comparison with other tablets on the market. I did want to note that the resolution on this tablet, as far as Android tablets goes, ties with the Acer Iconia A700 for having the best resolution. So once again, as far as Android tablets goes, this is going to have the best resolution that is possible with the tablets that are on the market currently. If you have any other questions, go ahead and contact customer service, and thanks for visiting XtremeGuard.com.